Hello everyone, I'm HT Pona from Mahaba Women Ministry. You're welcome to our channel. Please click on the red button to subscribe and don't forget to click on the notification button so you get updates of whenever we post a new video. Today we'll be talking about Eve. Imagine you just having the knowledge of everything. You just know everything, but you don't even know how you know it. But you just know that you know everything all of a sudden. And you see someone quite different from you, but yet so similar. And soon you have this friend and companion that gets to teach you everything you need to know. How refreshing will it be? And she opened her eyes, seeing a man beside her that looked like her, yet looked a little bit different. And he called her Eve, and his name was Adam. And having God to come and fellowship with them at the dew of the morning and at dawn, he always comes in to fellowship with them. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It just feels like heaven. Yes, it is actually heaven. And that is how the Garden of Eden was. Eve must have been a lover of knowledge and wisdom. And that might have been something the devil saw in her, or should we say the serpent saw in her, that he decided to go and meet her. While she was looking at that fruit and just enjoying the moment, and then he came and said, did God said this and that? There are a lot of saying about Adam not being there, and that was why she listened to the enemy. Could possibly be true. But I'm sure that the enemy saw in her that quest to know more, and he used it to drag her or to entice her to get into, to have to taste, because she loved to know everything. She really wanted to know things. Imagine being a mother of children that your eldest son killed his younger brother. I'm sure Eve must have gone through so much. That was the first murder that was committed on earth, that Cain killed his brother Abel. We don't really know much about Eve, but through the traces of the scriptures, think about how did she feel at this different moment? How did she feel after the fall? How did she feel giving birth to children? What did she feel about the punishment that God gave her after the fall? You know, the pain of childbirth and all that. How did she feel seeing her son killing his own brother and giving birth to more children? Those are things that we might never know how exactly she felt. But as women or as ladies, we definitely feel some of the pains. And I think we can relate with Eve in one way or the other. And that is when we have to open up to the Spirit of God and the grace of God to give us the grace that even while we go through things, or we might come through different problems in life that might come as a result of a fall or consequences of sin, that we can still see the love of God, that God really loves us and cares about us and wants us to be free from them all. A lot of people have questions. Something like, what if sin never existed? Why did Eve do what she did? Or would there have been a division of labor? Will the woman have been made subordinate to man because Eve sinned? I think all that does not really matter. That is not the aim of everything. What really matters is that God created woman to be a helpmeet to man. Because man was alone, God created Eve for Adam. And the Bible also said male and female created he them. And that is what matters. The woman has always had this longing and desire for wisdom. And that is why it's normally said that the woman has a sixth sense. She can discern things faster. It's just normal. Even though women have that feeling of being able to discern things. But you know, we women always like to use our emotions than to use our head. Sometimes we know what we are doing will take us to the wrong thing, but because we really want to do it, our emotions is leading us. We prefer to use our emotions, and yes, we really do that. How can we overcome that? How can we get to be women that are open to the Spirit of God, to be able to understand the things of God? For a woman to be someone that will be open to the things of God and to know how to use the wisdom that God has given her appropriately, she has to be open to the Spirit. So we don't have to fall into the same sin that Eve fell into. And everyone is liable to do what Eve did. And we are still doing it up till date when we are tempted or enticed with things. So coming to that level of saying it's Eve's fault that we are all in sin, no. We all have our places and roles that we play when we're enticed with things and we can't say no to it even though we know it's wrong. So each and every one of us fall to such kind of temptation just like Eve did. And for us to be able to overcome that, we have to be open to the Spirit of God, to let the Spirit direct us and lead us. When we are led by the Spirit, we live in step with the Spirit. The book of Hebrews says that we will follow suit because we know better and will be better, for only in us are they made perfect. That is talking about the landmark that has been left for us. Yes, these people came and their time is over. They left a landmark for us. I think for Eve, it is for us to know and see how she opened up to the enemy, and then realize in our life, how can we be different? How can we make a change? How can I open up to the Spirit of God so that when the enticement of the serpent comes, when the enemy comes to tell us that God is not fair, or to tell us that God doesn't really mean what he says, or God is not true, we can be able to stand and be led by the Spirit and keep in step with the Spirit. That is it on Eve. Her mistake is our lesson, and her success is our compass, is our guide and our direction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with friends. More videos will be coming, and next time we'll be discussing on Sarah. Thank you.